Pilipino. Kasi po, paglabas ko ngayon lang, nakita ko yung mga papaya tsaka bayabas. So, sabi nung kasama ko, Sharon. Diba? Parang, sabi ko, sayang yan ha, Sharon. Okay. Pilipino. So, magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat. Nag-prepare po ako ng maikling speech lang para introduce ko si Marnie, ang ex-girlfriend na may bahay na ngayon. At saka executive producer and lahat na po. Director, bossing, di ba? Siya po nag-set up lahat na ito. Lahat, from the smallest to the biggest detail, siya po ang may kagagawan po nito lahat. So, maikli lang po ito. Hindi po kayo may inip. Magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat. Maraming tanong po ang nabuo sa pagbuo ng I Love Filipino. Ilan sa mga ito, anong topics? Paano sisimulan? Ano ang premise? Paano ang atake? High blood, sweat, and tears ang inabot sa shoot. Tama pong narinig nyo. High blood. Kasi po, lalo na sa sarap ng mga pagkain sa Altanghap episode, talaga pong hinay blood ako. At nag-gain po ako ng mga siguro po 6 na kilo pagkatapos ng shoot. Lalo na po nung nag-shoot kami sa Cebu, Lechon Car Cebu, OMG talaga nasabi ko. Yun na lang po nasabi ko talaga. OMG, ang sarap niyan. Ayokong tumigil kumain pero may gamot na nakasunod po sa akin. So, high blood talaga. Sweat and tears dahil hindi may tatangging hirap sa pre, prod, at post ng series na ito. Mahirap po ang magbuo ng isang storya, isang malaking storya, pero iba-iba yung context at marami pong interviewees at maraming location. Pero hindi may tatangging marami kaming natutunan, nakilala sa episode na ito. At sana ang mga moment namin ay maibahagi namin sa inyo ng buong buo. Kasi ako po personally, ang dami ko natutunan. For the longest time, 23 years po ako na nagsusulat or gumagawa ng mga current affair shows, documentaries. Pero never ko pong na-touch, na-discuss yung specifically issue sa architecture. Pero dito, natutuho ako ng gusto. Thank you sa mga interviewees natin. Architect Jello, Architect Royal, Architect Ed. Talaga pong Architect Ning, Prof. Talaga pong ang dami naming natutunan sa inyo. Sa buong team ng MMPI, taos pusong pasasalamat. At sa lahat ng bumubuo from production to post-production, napakalaking trabaho yung inyong ginawa. Alam niyo yan. Kina Sammy, Sabina, and Simone na matyagang tumulong sa subtitling at nag-critique mula umpisa hanggang dulo, thank you. Alam niyo po, sa bahay po namin, lahat po ng opinion pinakikinggan. Di ba parang traditionally yung Pinoy? Pagbata, maliit, di papakinggan. Pero sa amin po, lahat ng boses pinapakinggan. So, lahat ng maliliit na detalye nakikita namin na hindi na nakikita ng generation ko, 50 pataas. Hindi ko na makikita yun as compared dun sa 10, 14, 16 years old. At syempre, sa super director, executive producer ng series na ito, si Direk Marnie. Beautiful eyes. Nakakasiguro po kayo na no stone unturned sa bawat detalye ng mga kwento sa I Love Filipino. At sa Panginoon, salamat sa biyaya ng storytelling, talent sa production, attention to details. Hayaan niyo pong ialay namin sa inyo ang bunga ng mga biyayang ito sa pamamagitan ng I Love Filipino. To God be all the glory. At gaya po ng aking nabanggit, pakinggan natin si Direk Marnie na naging ilaw sa produksyong ito. Nagsilbing gabay ng lahat. Pinakatumutok at nanigurong magiging maganda ang series. At masarap ang pagkain at drinks ngayong gabi. Hindi ko pa nabanggit dyan yung ice cream at saka kape. So kayo na po, kaya gaya po sinasabi ko, malalaki na ho kayo. Hindi ko na kayo asikasuin isa-isa. Muli po, maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat at sana po ay magustuhan niyo po ang aming hain sa inyong lahat. Salamat.
Direk Marnie Manikan.
Bago ko po simulan ang speech ko, welcoming remarks daw ako tonight. Gusto ko lang pong magpasalamat sa Panginoon. Lord, thank you. Thank you, Lord. It's overwhelming actually to be surrounded by people closest to my heart from different eras, different seasons of my life. And I just really want to say thank you, Lord, for this night. If hindi po sa Panginoon, talagang hindi po mabubuo tong series na to. So, thank you everyone for coming. At gusto ko lang po sana i-flex itong aking presidential teleprompter. Diba? Naka-presidential teleprompter tayo. Thank you, Ria. Ria, maraming salamat at naisip mo ito. Nakakadali ng buhay, diba? So, ito na po. Okay. So, to the academe, friends from the motoring industry, friends from the media industry, our distinguished guests, family, magandang gabi po. Love, nationalism, love for fellow Filipinos, and most of all, love for God. Kung pagsasama-samahin natin, dyan umiikot ang mga dahilan kung papaano namin nabuo ang I Love Filipino, a 5-part documentary series natin sa Netflix. Sa dami ng nangyayari ngayon sa ating paligid globally and locally, any fresh and new idea would help. At naisip ng Team MMPI na siguro makakatulong ang isang trailblazing idea to promote our country better through streaming. Trailblazing because masasabi namin na hindi pa napapag-usapan ang ilan sa mga tinalakay naming topics, pero minabuti namin buksan at himayin at unexpectedly nakapulot kami ng mga aral, inspirasyon at mga bagay na maaari nating ipagmalaki lalo na sa ating kultura. Halimbawa, Philippine architecture. Wala pang masyadong nagagawa tungkol sa konsepto ng disenyo at pagtatayo ng mga Filipino architects. Mamaya, mapapanood niyo po yan. O kaya, Sausawan. Akala namin noong una, walang mabubuong istorya sa palibot ng Sausawang Pinoy. Pero nagkakamali kami. Sa June 12 niyo pa po mapapanood ang episode na yan. Maraming challenges? Yes. As executive producer and principal director, na-encounter namin sila. As personally, I had to juggle several roles to keep each moving part in place and working, so to speak. With love as our operational word, and by God's grace, we were able to produce I Love Filipino with so much passion and energy to spare. With love as our guiding principle, we made sure that we had the right facts, visuals, quality of material, para naman pag napanood na ng mundo, talagang masasabi mong nakaka-proud maging Pilipino. Allow me to thank the whole team. Team MMPI, please stand and be recognized. For the patience, team, the grit, the creativity, the inputs, and even the drama. Ang daming drama. Thank you, team. Team MMPI did not scrimp on production. We knew early on that we had to dish out everything we had on the table to produce this documentary series. Sa madaling salita, tinodo na talaga namin ang lahat ng nalalaman namin to be able to extract the purest form of love for the material. We were not only directors and producers or writers or crew who made this for a professional fee. Teams went the extra mile simply out of love. Ito yung context ni Jiggy kanina, na pag pumunta kayo ng bahay, walang diet or maintenance na pinag-uusapan. Sa I Love Filipino, bubusugin namin kayo ng inspirasyon at ideas na ang bottom line, masasabi natin, I love Filipino. Help us pray we make it to number 1. Not because we want it for ourselves, but honestly and truthfully, this is our way of contributing to our country, to reignite lively discussions, and to promote our nation in a more positive light. Maraming salamat po muli sa inyong pagdalo sa ating munting premiere night. Mag-enjoy po kayo. Let us all be proud to be Filipinos. At sana po pag uwi ninyo, meron kaming konting kurot na maiwan sa inyong mga puso at mapapasabi kayo na, Hi, I love Filipino. Maraming salamat po muli. Maraming salamat po, Panginoon. For God and country, to you, Lord, be all the glory. Mag-enjoy po kayo.
Whoever, if you wanna just raise your hand and ask a question. Okay, habang they're still warming up, meron na? Okay, go ahead, yes.
The first question will come from Sir Robert Recantina of Manila Bulletin.
Hello, magandang gabi po. And Ms. Marnie, congratulations for a very informative and interesting series. So we'll be waiting for that in the rest of the series. So, pero my question is, why did you produce I Love Filipino and saan po talaga nanggaling yung hugot for you to come up with a series like this?
So, Team MMPI has always been on the lookout to best serve God and country. So, the best way we can is really by producing something that, you know, that we can all be proud of. And personally, it's my way of giving back and serving the country.
And for my last question, in terms of production, paano nyo talaga ito pinaghandaan? I Love Filipino.
Sir, the operational word really is love. Binuhusan ng pagmamahal yung production from pre-production, from research, scripting, to production, to post-production, color grading, music, sound design. Talagang binuhusan namin ng pagmamahal para naman, pag napanood na ng mundo, talagang masasabi mo, nakaka-proud maging Pilipino.
Alright. And then, maraming salamat and congratulations.
Thank you. So it's on Netflix all over the world, not just Netflix Philippines, it's all over the world. Next question?
The next question will come from Alan Policarpio of Philippine Daily Inquirer.
Hi, good evening. Congratulations po. Na-mention na kanina yung about yung global release nga po nito. Can you tell us more about that? Paano niyo siya na-push to have this shown worldwide? And kapag napanood po siya ng mga ibang lahi, ano po yung gusto niyong parang take away nila from our culture?
Actually, bago namin produce yung series, ang unang tanong namin, ano nga ba ang Filipino? What is Filipino? So, throughout the series, masasagot yung mga tanong na yon, as you've seen in the culinary episode, in the music episode, in the architecture episode. Of course, dahil maiksi lang yung oras natin, no? It's 30 minutes per piece, per episode. We really tried to answer that question. And there are so many more facets of being a Filipino that we can also show to the world. But this is a glimpse, no, of what we Filipinos are. Kumbaga yung culture natin, na ibahagi namin a glimpse of it. So hopefully it's something that the Filipinos here in the abroad will appreciate and also support. And dun sa mga makakapanood pa na hindi natin kalahi, sana mas maintindihan nila, yung palang Filipino food, yung palang Filipino music, no? Yung palang Filipino architecture.
And nabanggit nyo rin kanina, ang daming challenges. So, can you just parang walk us through ano ba yung mga na-experience natin, paano natin siya nagawa na paraan?
Challenges, siguro sa kahit anong proyekto talagang maraming challenges. But the way we looked at it really is that the project is a blessing. It's a blessing because we are able to really show to the world what we Filipinos are made of and what Filipinos are. So more than the challenges, talagang blessing siya. And not a lot of people are able to produce materials na ganito wherein we can all be proud of our roots. So it's really a blessing, sir.
Last na lang po, marami tayong topic na pinakita like food, music, architecture, pero sa tingin niyo po, ano yung kumbaga nagtatahi sa mga bagay na ito that makes it uniquely Filipino?
Siguro yung ating, because of the many islands that we have in the Philippines, we do have a rich culture, a rich heritage, but it's really the stories of the Filipinos. We all know what it means to be Filipino. So it's really just about showing to the world what we Filipinos are made of. We're so talented. This room is full of talent, di ba? Nakita niyo naman yung sa culinary, music, architecture. You will also see sausawan in the art. Grabe. Kaya masabi ko, I'm overwhelmed with legends in this room. So, there's so many things to be proud of as Filipinos, and it's high time that we really promote, us being proud of our culture and heritage. Thank you, sir.
The next question will come from Neri Almo of GMAnetwork.com.
Hi, good evening. Yung series yung documentaries na napanood natin ngayon, parang comparable siya dun sa mga foreign documentaries na about culture din. I'm just curious, paano ba yung pagtahi ng story yan? Or paano yung ginawa yung story? Is it the same as yung paggawa nyo ng local documentaries?
Siguro ang magandang makasagot po niyan si Jiggy kasi siya po yung gumawa ng storya.
And with that, we'd like to call on Mr. Jiggy Manika.
The way na nagsusulat kasi ako, ayokong nakakakita ng pattern. Paano ko siya sinulat? Nagsimula siya dun sa premise na very generic. Ano nga ba yung Filipino? And then we broke it down to ano kaya yung topics na pwede nating gawin if ever gagawa tayo ng storya. So from there, doon namin siya hinimay, gumawa kami guide questions, the usual process. But in terms of storytelling, siguro ang masasabi ko yung parang driving force niya na question in my mind pa rin, very personal na bakit ba pag halimbawa maghahanap ako ng pagkain Pinoy, usually parang street food lang siya. Pero maghahanap ako ng other cuisine, bakit parang pang high-end siya? Doon nga sa barangay namin, may Vietnamese food. Masarap siya. Pero bakit wala siyang yung usual pagkain Pinoy na pupuntahan mo talaga. Makakapunta ka pero mahal. Parang yun yung parang general idea na maybe kailangan natin siyang mas ipakilala pa. So, magulo ba yung sagot ko? Pero, sorry. Pero yung general idea is, ano nga ba yung Filipino? Yung ulit-ulit na intro, ano nga ba yung Filipino? And pagdating sa pagkain, paano natin siya i-define? So pinakita natin yung case studies na ano ba yung sisig, ano ba yung sinigang. For example, pwede bang yung foreign na corned beef na ginawang sinigang, matatawag pa ba siyang Filipino? So, dinefine natin siya. At yung sisig, parang may evolution pa pala siya na nangyari. So, yun yung, paano ko ba i-capture yung sagot? Yun yung nakita namin. Again, paulit-ulit kong sasabihin na ang pinaka talagang masasabi ko na natuto ako would be yung architecture din, kasi for the longest time nakikita natin siya din sa mga, di ba, yung mga artwork, para street art na bahay kubo, pag pinicture mo parang sorry for the term, pero dampa o kaya sa bukid. Pero ang inspiration pala siya at DNA pala siya ng modern day architecture. Sorry, gulo na nasagot pa. But to summarize, ang basic premise lang dito is ano ba yung sariling atin? At pwede ba siyang ipagmalaki? In the case of music, yung tanong doon is, pwede ba tayong lumaki as a brand or as an art na hindi yung pag nag-concert tayo, Pilipino pa rin yung crowd natin abroad. Parang ang pangarap ko, di ba? Pangarap din ni Mr. C, maging global tayo. In the sense na parang nanonood ako ng Coldplay pag pumunta sila dito, pero ako ba pag nag-concert doon papanoorin ng Coldplay? So parang gano'n na yun yung gusto ko sana personally ma-achieve. Pakilala natin, makilala tayo, dalhin natin yung art natin, dalhin natin music natin, dalhin natin yung pagkain natin, because yun yung easiest route paano tayo magpapakilala. Naniniwala ako na bata pa yung mga nakagawian natin, yung kultura natin, dahil nga sa dami ng influences natin. So, I guess parang in a way advocacy din siya na ma-sort out natin kung sino tayo. Hindi ko sinasabi na parang sinusolo namin yung work or binabalikat namin yung work, pero nagtatry kami mag-contribute using modern technology, using the streaming platform, through the streaming platform, na may pakilala natin sa mundo kung sino tayo. Gulo, di ba? Pero ganun yung thought process ko talaga ng tuna.
Thank you for, talking us through that process. And okay lang. Kasi ibig sabihin, meron pa sigurong susunod at susunod pa, like a season 2.
Or meron bang mga topics na hindi pumasok dito sa season na to na pwede possible for season 2?
Yun. So, actually, bago tayo bago tayo mag-season 2, dapat suportahan muna nila yung season 1. Season 1. I Love Filipino. So, yeah.
Marami pa, because yung like sa food, konti lang yung na-discuss namin, di ba? Parang hindi pa natin siya na-breakdown to specific locations. Ang dami pang pagkain sa Pilipinas na kakaiba. So, yung pagpunta naming Western Mindanao, yung effort to go to Pampanga o kaya to NCR, parang konting-konti lang yan, wala pang 1%. So, I'm sure marami pang madidiscover pagdating sa pagkain. And gusto ko lang din idagdag na yung nabanggit ni Marnie na parang punong-puno ng pagmamahal yung materyales. Yung video, yung the way we shot, the way she led production, because may mga napapanood tayong iba na parang hindi naman sa pagano, pero hindi ko ma-feel yung ganda ng Pilipinas. Parang nakakalungkot na parang minsan poverty porn yung nangyayari na kailangan ba talagang pakita yung dugyot? Pwede ba pakita yung maganda? So hindi ko siya na-sugarcoat, pero alam niyo yan, parang kahit punta kayo abroad, hahanap-hanapin niyo yung Pilipinas. And sana yun yung maging effect, yung maging impact na ma-miss din ng mga nasa abroad na Pinoy, yung Pilipinas, at lalo nilang ipagmalaki kung anong meron sila. Huwag na lang ikahiyak, nung nabanggit ni Chef na parang Chef Claude kanina na parang nagkaroon ng food shaming before, natakot tayo pakilala yung pagkain natin, kinakain natin na nakatago, yung mga pagkain natin. Parang huwag nating ikahiya, pagmalaki natin, and yun yung sinusubukan ng Team MMPI na gawin, na pagmalaki natin, short of saying, pagyabang natin yung sariling atin. Kasi walang ibang gagawa. Gaya nung nabanggit ni Architect Cello, walang ibang gagawa. Pilipino lang talagang gagawa niyan, yung magmamalaki niya yung sariling atin. So, pagpatuloy natin yung ganung gawain, and if we are to, like, if I am to make or write parang season 2, ang daming magaganda pa sa Pilipinas na pwedeng gawin. Kailangan lang talaga maging conscious tayo, huwag tayo masyado magpadala sa napakaraming issue na hindi na natin nakita yung art natin, hindi na nakita yung nature natin, hindi na natin nakita yung talent natin. Parang sobrang napagod na tayo sa mga trabaho natin. Bigyan din natin ng moment ng paghinga yung sarili natin. At sa Jude Valverde.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Mary. The next question will come from Nikki Wang of Manila Standard.
Hi, good evening. Yeah, Nikki from Manila Standard. First of all, congratulations. I had several goosebumps moments sa bawat episode, especially dun sa music. In the first 3 episodes, you discussed music, food, and architecture. Ano pa yung remaining 2 topics that you're going to discuss in the last 2 episodes?
So there's a Sausawan episode and an art episode.
Mm-hmm. And now you have 5 topics. How did you arrive at these topics to encapsulate the Filipino pride?
Actually, dapat 4 lang yun. Yung Sausawan, parang na-inspire lang kami dun sa sinabi ni Rico na ang ganda-ganda na ng album niya, tapos kailangan lang niya ng isang walang kwenta na kanta, parang gano'n. Pero, it turned out, na ang dami namin natutunan dun sa Sausawan. Ayokong ikwento lahat, pero alam niyo, parang dahil sa Sausawan, meron tayong isang bayani mula sa Sausawan. And nakakatuwa na yung Sausawan, very Pinoy, parang alam mo yun, yung ice cream, ginawa natin Sausawan ng French fries. Wala namang parang walang gumagawa. Yung gravy, ginawang sabaw. Very Pinoy yun. Ano pa ba? Yung mga tamis-anghang na mix na ginagawa natin, yung fishball, di ba parang kumain ka na ba ng fishball na walang sausawan? Parang napakalungkot naman ng pamumuhay. So, yun yung napadagdag, and yun na, it turned out na meron siyang historical relevance sa buhay ng mga Pilipino. hanggat maaari, hindi namin mas highlight namin yung insights ng mga interviewees. Kung napansin nyo, lesser voice over, wala na yung mga stand-upper na ginagawa ko na bibida ako doon, dito tayo, makain ako ng fishball. Konti lang yun, very minimal. Kailangan ko lang itawid yung eksena ni Kuya Ryan sa Aling Lusing Sisig, kasi kakain ako sisig. Pero, yung mga eksena na ginawa is more insights, sila'y nagsasalita, sila'y nagkukwento para talagang sila yung sources ng information. Yun yung goal ng format na ginawa namin. And then, okay. Sige. Yes, boss.
No, sorry. I just told Jiggy. I just want to acknowledge the presence of Mr. Elmer Padilla from the art episode. Sir Elmer. Si Sir Elmer po is Chilena's artist na yung works po niya are well loved by Hollywood stars. Sir Elmer Padilla.
Wala. Hasbro lang po ang mga clients ni Sir Elmer. Yung Transformers na toys siya po. So, yun, basically, 4 episodes, malalapit sa atin, pagkain, musika, architecture, and art. Tapos, dinagdag namin yung sawsawan na meron naman kami natutunan. Sorry, gusto ko ikwento pero...
June 12. Holiday yun. So,
Okay na lang.
kailangan talagang...
Since ipapalas po to sa Netflix, was it easy to sell this content to Netflix? How was the process like?
It's actually a pitch project sa Netflix. So it's a pitch project. Yes.
Last question na lang. Since this series is meant for global audience, not just Filipinos, in a few words, how would you like to describe the series? You know, to introduce I Love Filipino to foreign audience.
Siguro I would invite them, no? So, you know, if you would want to know more about our rich culture and heritage, please do watch I Love Filipino. It's going to be out on June 12, Philippine Independence Day, for global release on Netflix.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We have a few more questions.
Thank you, Nikki. The next question will come from Kate Adahar of Random Republican.
Hi, good evening. Congratulations. I noticed that each episode is research heavy. So can you give us an idea how long did it take to put together an episode?
Yung research, ano siya, siguro mga 6 months. Research and pagsusulat. Ibang way yung ginawa ko sa pagsusulat. Because before, kung magsusulat ako ng documentary, parang mag-interview na agad ako and then kukunin ko na agad yung soundbite at time code ko. Yun ang concern ko. But we really wanted na maging truthful and honest yung material na mapoproduce namin. Yung talagang, yung purest love na pwede namin mabibigay. So yung process ko ngayon, before ako magsulat, nagdadasal muna ako, Father. Nagdadasal po, totoo po. Nagdadasal muna ako and I asked the Lord for clarity of mind, yung parang wala masyadong discussion, yung truthfulness na lang ng material yung maabot ko. And I guess ito yung naging ano niya, naging produkto niya. And ang bonus nga doon, initially local release yung mangyayari. But una nakatanggap kami ng email na para bang Asia na siya i-release. So natuwa naman kami. And then doon na lumaki siya ng lumaki. So pagdasal natin lahat na maraming tumangkilik. And yun talaga yung, to be honest, yun yung naging proseso ko dito na may kaharap akong Bible, Lord, ano ba magandang soundbite dyan? Ano ba magandang portion ng interview dyan? So, iniba ko. And yun yung pinaka masasabi ko na way to really extract yung information, yung research, yung pagsusulat. Inabot ako ng mga, siguro yan, mga 6 months. Hindi ko minadali. Pero ang mas madugo, ang mas mahirap na proseso, yung binabanggit ko kanina, yung talagang technical niya, mahirap siya. Yung talagang pinamunuan ni Derek. And alam yan ng Team MMPI. Kita nyo may Kastila pa kanina.
Budget.
May budget. Kita Shoni ha.
So from Jiggy's side, you know, it took him 6 months to do the research, the scripting, a lot of prayers when it went into it. For production, because lima siya, it took us a year to produce it. Because of course, we had the interviews, which we did first, and then we had the reenactments. Direk Remember is here, our creative director. I'd like to acknowledge Direk Renju. Of course, the whole Team MMPI, no? We went around the Philippines for over a year, and ang madugo, syempre rin, yung post. Ako, Team Fred, Bimbo, Direk Jerome. Ibang klase yung proseso nito. And of course, we have the sound design. We're out in Dolby 5.1. The team led by Rafi Magsaysay, and also our musical composer, who is an Emmy awardee, who is based in LA, a Filipina also, Denise Santos. So medyo powerhouse cast yung team behind it. And of course, Marilyn Magsaysay, no? I shall say the #1 color grader we have here in the Philippines. Thank you. Team MMP, I love you guys. Maraming salamat. So, ayun.
Thank you. And for my last question, I'm curious na ako, where did you get that strong sense of national pride, individually or as a couple? How did you develop that? Thank you.
Siguro una na ako personally, ako talaga, all the work that I do, it really is an offering to God. So in order for us to to serve God, we also have to serve our country and our fellow men. So, di ba? Kailangan hindi lang tayo sa sarili natin, but if we want to instill unity in our country, we have to come out with materials that are geared towards enriching, and educating, enriching us, and kumbaga pakilala natin kung ano yung sariling atin. Because if you go to other countries, if you travel, talagang yung national pride, iba eh. So dapat tayo rin as Filipinos, meron tayo nun. So, ako, I grew up really in a home wherein we really pray every day. And I take inspiration from the Lord in everything. And all my friends know this. Diba? Lahat ng mga friends ko nakaka-receive ng religious books every Christmas. Clap your hands, mga friends. So, I take inspiration from our Lord above anything else in this universe. And in order for me, for our family to serve God, we also have to serve fellow men. So doon po ako humuhugot. Mr. Manikan?
Ako siguro, sa experience ko sa field as a journalist, nakita ko talaga yung iba't ibang issue. Iba't ibang estado ng buhay, mahirap, mayaman, yung poverty ba talaga sa Pilipinas, man-made or talagang natural na yun? Para natural na mahirap na talaga tayo. Hindi. So, di ba, kung pwede lang makatulong sa maliit na pamamaraan, hindi ko naman pwedeng, di ba, lahat nung, kung pwede lang, di ba, lahat ng mahirap, bigyan ko 1 billion, di lahat mayaman. Kaya lang di, wala eh. So, hingi pa akong pakipim kay Direk. But, kumbaga parang looking inwards, ano ba yung strength na meron ako? It's storytelling. It's handling information properly, truthfully, honestly. So, yun lang yung kaya ko i-offer. So, pwede ba akong gumawa ng kwento na makakatulong or makaka-inspire? Pwede. So yun yung parang contribution na pwede kong magawa dun sa pwede kong ma-inspire. Kumbaga parang sinishare lang namin kung ano yung meron kami na konti. Because gano'n naman talagang buhay eh. Parang gano'n naman talaga tayong mga Pilipino. Parang sharing lang, di ba? Bigyan mo lang yung katabi mo ng konting ulam, konting kanin, kapitbahay mo, masaya na kayo eh. So, bakit mo pagdadamot? Parang yun lang yung basic principle. Community, di ba? And then, if you get to that platform, yung tama na mas marami kang maabot, eh why not, di ba? Take mo yung chance na yun. Parang huwag mong ipagdamot. Kasi kung sinolo mo yung talent mo, kung sinolo mo yung mga ideas mo, sayang naman eh. Baka meron kang naabot na individual or na-inspire na individual. So, siguro yun yung pinanggagalingan lang namin. Parang paano ka talaga makakatulong. And in a larger perspective, lahat ng ito, lahat ng ginagawa namin, it's an offering to the Lord. Parang it's an acknowledgement na lahat ng ito, bigay din lang to sa iyo eh. So, share mo sa iba at, di ba, mapasaya mo yung giver. Yun lang yung basic principle. Kahit yung group namin, parang yung magkakaibigan kami, yung tawag Southern Crew, yun din yung principle na pinapaniwalaan namin na bigay natin to, balik natin to sa kapwa natin. Because ito yung magandang offering kay Lord, na sinishare mo yung binigay niya sa'yo para sa kabutihan ng iba. So, yung nationalism, napakalalim na word niya. Parang mabigat. Parang ayoko magpakabayanin na yung gawin. But, if doon yung direction na dinadala tayo, yes, ready kami for that. Kaya nga, for God and country. So, also, as former UP students, siguro, ganun din yung na-ingrain sa amin na, diba, tinanin sa amin. Yun. Pero wala kaming lahing, yung parang may kamag-anak kaming bayan. Gusto lang talaga namin, promote natin yung Pilipinas, ang ganda-ganda eh. Kung maganda sa ibang bansa, maganda rin yung Pinas. Kaya lang, katulad ng maliit na bayan namin sa Laguna, San Pablo, usually napupunta sa news pag may crime. O di sinama ko dito, Maming San Pablo, kahit one-liner lang siya. mako-curious siguro yung mga tao, hindi maraming sarap aspect niya. So parang ganun lang na pakita naman natin yung maganda. Kasi tayo lang yung gagawa talaga.
Thank you. Well, you mentioned, Sir Jimmy, you mentioned God a lot in the conversation, and Direk Marnie also. And alam natin ang mga Pinoy, talagang is a culture that is deep in religion and pagsamba. Maybe that's another episode, no? Sa season 2? Alright, do we have one more question?
The next question will come from Nas Tavares of Pelicula Mania.
Hello, parang ang daming dinidiscuss ni Sir G, and gusto pang i-discuss ni Sir G. Nagkaroon ba ng difficulty sa pag-trim ng isang episode to 30 minutes? And ano yung parang longest cut ng isang episode?
The first cut actually was about an hour and 10 minutes. We had to trim it down to 30 minutes. Longest would be 36 minutes. Culinary episode. Yes, it's very difficult, but we would need the audience to stay engaged, and we would also want them to watch all 5 in one sitting, hopefully. So it's difficult, but you know, if tatangkilikin nga itong I Love Filipino, then we can create more content. We just need to make it to #1, guys.
And for them to make it to #1, please do share it on social media. Tell your friends, tell your family.
Speaking of more content, fun question lang. If you were to add one more episode, ano yung topic na gusto mo i-boy?
Okay. Okay. Isa lang, no? Because you have a lot of topics in mind, actually, no? If we do make it, if we get a season 2, then it would be, di ba, when you travel abroad, don't you agree that we have the best beaches in the world? The best! Wala nang gaganda pa. Amanpulo, di ba? Architect Jello. So beautiful, Boracay. And then, so I think that would be on the list. Beaches.
Ako meron.
What was Villa? Passion also. Mama Rene, salute is in the house. Mama, thank you for my account. Passion is also, di ba? Ang daming pwede. We have, of course, Mama Rene in the house. With Michael Cinco. And yung mga hindi pa masyadong alam na the tribes that, let's not mention that, but we should, ano ba?
For season 2.
For season 2 na lang. But ang dami. Oh.
Alright, any more questions? Okay, and that's all the time we have for questions. But